Okay, so today I was asked to give a presentation kind of titled, Why Do Social? Can you guys hear me okay? Perfect. It's interesting, when you think about why do social, I had to think pretty hard because there's a lot of reasons why social might make a lot of sense. Before I started working at the LDS Business College, I worked at a think tank. I worked with about 150 different companies where we got together every month to figure out why do social media. I got to learn from people like the director of marketing from Nike and GoDaddy and the Denver Broncos and Crocs, Ancestry.com, and just brilliant people to try and figure out why should we do social media. Before I ran that think tank, I was the marketing director at Blendtec, and we were awarded the #1 viral marketing campaign of all time with our Will It Blend campaign. And I started to see there, holy cow, social media is powerful. Like Al just talked about with influencers, we can reach millions of people way more effectively. My dad built a company called the PMD, a microdermabrasion tool. He had no money, but he had a great little product, and he used social media to grow his company so fast that it is astonishing what you can do. But when you ask the question, why social, the most important thing to ask is, why do you exist as a company? Why does any company exist? Any organization, any institution? We exist for this single purpose, to serve. Our job as a company is to serve people, to make their lives more effective, faster, cheaper, friendlier, happier, better. And as the church, talk about our objective to serve people. But then you have to start to ask the question, once you understand why you exist, you have to understand, who do we serve? Before deciding to go onto social media, you have to know if the people you serve are even there. Now, as Elder Bednar just talked about, many of our members happen to be on social, so it makes a lot of sense. A guy that I work with, John Haynes, he says this. He says, the more you know, the less you guess, and guessing is expensive. The better we understand the people we are serving, the less we guess about what they're passionate about, where they are, what they're interested in, and how we can connect with them. I want to just give a quick example about Walmart. Back in 2012, Walmart was trying to figure out, should I do social? And it was interesting. They said, man, if we're going to compete with companies like Amazon, we have got to figure out this digital world. They didn't want to be like Circuit City or Blockbuster or Kodak, who were literally obliterated. They no longer exist because people adapted this new concept of digital and social. And so they decided to create Walmart Labs. And in one of their board meetings, the director of the board asked the new CEO of Walmart Labs, he's like, if we're going to embrace social, if we're going to embrace this digital age, how much is this going to cost, and how long is this going to take? And this is what he said. It's going to take the rest of our careers, and it's going to cost whatever it costs. Because this isn't just some project, this is the company. They understood that. And today, I want to talk through the 6 R's of social media relationships. Robert McDonald, the CEO of Procter & Gamble, said this: with digital technology, it's now possible to have a one-on-one relationship with every consumer in the world. The more intimate the relationship, the more indispensable it becomes. The 6 R's that I'm about to talk to you about will help you understand how social media will empower each of us to build these intimate relationships. The deeper the relationship we have with those whom we are trying to serve, the more effective, the more long-term, and the more powerful we can become in serving them. So number one is reach. We can reach so many more people with social media. This post right here we did during General Conference, April last year, and one single post reached what? 335,000 people. It was one post. Before at LDS Business College, we wouldn't have reached that many people in 2 years of marketing.
Now behold, a marvelous work is about to come forth among the children of men. Therefore, if ye have desires to serve God, ye are called to the work. In missions across the earth, missionaries are preaching 2 by 2, inviting all to come unto Christ, blessing lives through their words and through their selfless acts of service. This is what missionaries do. They serve.
At the LDS Business College, our target is focused on serving and return missionaries. So we try and create content that will reach them. This post that we did just a few weeks ago reached 564,000 people. And guess how much it cost? $70 to reach over 500,000 people with one post? Talk about the first R. We can reach those people that we want to serve way more effectively. I want to show you just another video that we did at the end of last year, and at the end you'll see how many people we reached on Facebook alone with just the LDS Business College Facebook page.
Hey there.
We reached 28 million people on one little Facebook page in 1 year. Number two, revenues. So let me just share what has happened at the LDS Business College. If you look at this chart, you can see that in fall semester of 2014, we had 645 new students. But in fall of 2015, after we really started using social media, we had way more students, 776. We grew our new student enrollment by 20%, but here's the kicker. The new student acquisition cost dropped by 45%, increasing our revenues significantly. When you think about revenues, there are only 3 ways to grow. Number one is to get new students, which we just talked about, new customers. New people in the church bring new people into the church. The second way is to get those customers to buy more. And the third way is to get those customers to buy more often. That's it. That's the only 3 ways that you can grow your revenue. And so I want to talk about the next couple of R's that really help us dial that in. So at the LDS Business College, we started to think about that and said, what can we do to help with retention? But we started thinking about, okay, we spend all this money to get new students, but how do we get our students, how do we retain them? How do we get them to buy more and to buy more often? During this next section of retention, I want you guys to know that every video that I'm about to show you was created, filmed, edited, and posted all in 1 day. Every one of them.
Hi.
Hi, how are you?
Great, how are you doing? Hey, so I'd like the 18 eggs, but could I please only pay for 12? Hi.
Hi, how are you?
Great. I'd like to buy these 18 donuts, but I'd only like to pay for 12. I love them. Can I get 18, but only pay for 12?
Seriously?
So 15, that'll be 16, 17, and 18. But I'd only like to pay for... Hey,
Hi there, how can I help you today?
I just need to register for 12 credits this upcoming semester.
That sounds great, but did you know you can register for up to 18 and only have to pay for the 12?
At LDSBC, you can take anywhere from 12 to 18 credits, and you'll only be charged for 12. So go on ahead this semester, get ahead in school, and start your career sooner. LDS Business College.
We were trying to figure out, how do we retain our students? How do we get them to sign up for more? And it was interesting, that video alone had 141,000 views. It's amazing. This next video, it was our new student orientation video. Again, filmed, edited, and posted in one day. We sure hope that after this first day of new student orientation, you feel a lot better about your decision to come to the LDS Business College. We have talked about 5 very specific reasons that you are an absolute genius for coming here. The return on investment at the LDS Business College is so great because you get the skills you need to get a killer job faster and cheaper than so many other options. We've talked about the different majors that you've done. You've met your program directors, you've registered for classes, you've seen that you can register for up to 18 credits and only pay for 12. There are so many great things about the BC, and we hope you've started to catch a glimpse at why you have made the absolute right decision by being here. Now, the most important thing about the LDS Business College is not that you're going to be $100,000 ahead. It's not that you have the coolest stinking teachers in the world. But it is that this is a temple of learning, that the Holy Ghost can dwell in your hearts and in the classrooms so that your learning is deep and powerful. And that relationship that you build with the Holy Ghost and with our Father in heaven is by far the most important learning that we hope each one of you builds and grows and learns as a student here at the LDS Business College. These videos that we're trying to create for our students are trying to make them feel better about being at the LDS Business College so that they stay longer. Not only do they sign up for more classes, but they take them more often, so they come back semester after semester. Look at what happened when we started to focus on this idea of retaining our students. The red line represents, over the years, our growth in transfer students. These were students that were just coming and getting a few credits and then transferring to another school. The blue line represents the 2-year degrees that aren't transfer students. We went from about 60-70% transfer students to 20% transfer students. Our retention skyrocketed. Now think about that from a church perspective. We can do a lot to retain those new customers that we've acquired by serving them and giving them, deepening that relationship, with our members. So these next couple of videos, again, one day, this was also built to help with retention.
Hey, what's up, man?
Hey, how's it going?
It's going great, thanks. Did you already order?
Yeah, I got the usual.
Awesome.
Hey, I'll take a career 2-year, please. Thanks.
You can get them in a 2-year?
Yeah.
I got a 4-year. I mean, it's a 56-course meal.
Wow, that's a career for you, sir.
Oh man, that looks so
this is
good.
yours
Thank
as
you.
well.
Thank you.
There you go.
Thanks. Oh man, it's my bill. I didn't even get my career yet.
No, they found me on LinkedIn and offered me the job. Yeah, I gotta go. I'll talk to you later. How's it going?
Good. How are you doing?
Good.
Good.
Where are you headed?
Career.
Me too.
Oh yeah?
I bet we're on the same flight.
The 4-year flight?
No, I'm on the 2-year flight. 4 years?
There's some layovers in general education, but it's the most secure flight, so it's a good option.
Well, my flight's getting ready to head out, but you have a nice 4-year flight.
Oh, you too. Have a good 2-year flight.
We did a series of these on the elevator and tracks and things like that. And as you saw in that first video on YouTube, that first one had about 23,000 views. Okay, number 4, referrals. This is where it starts to get really, really exciting.
Missionary myth. You can't stay as spiritual off your mission as you were on it. The truth is, you can. Here are 5 steps to stay strong after the mission. 1. Don't let yourself feel out of place. Start off by recognizing you are right where the Lord wants you to be. Start your day by connecting with God. The obvious things are scripture study and prayer, but small things can be just as powerful, like eating a real breakfast, reading an uplifting book, or confirming your goals for the day with the Lord. Number 3, help others. Service doesn't have to be huge. The simple things are important too. Smile at someone, sit next to somebody new, share goodness, stories, posts, and testimonies. Number 4, move forward with education. Learning new things always brings joy, and there are so many places to learn. School, books, YouTube. Never stop learning. Wherever you do go to school, make sure you take advantage of the scholarship opportunities. At LDS Business College, we offer half-off tuition for returning missionaries. And last but not least, number 5, keep a prayer journal. Write your passions down, take note of guidance you receive, and document your experience. Stay engaged, and as you make righteous decisions, seek the Lord's spiritual stamp of approval in all that you do. Coming home from a mission can be different and even strange, but it doesn't have to be any less spiritual.
This video was interesting. Last night when I was building the presentation and thinking about referrals, if you notice over here it says 783 shares. That means that 783 people saw this video and shared it on their Facebook page. And so I started last night going through and looking at some of the things that these returned missionaries said. They were tagging their friends. They were saying, oh my gosh, yes, we can be spiritual after our mission. Every one of these people are sharing this message with hundreds of their friends. The ability to get referrals through social media is incredible. My dad's company, PMD, literally built his entire company on this principle of referrals. What Al was saying, have somebody else say how amazing you are. The 5th thing is rate. And by rate, we talk about the speed at which you can do it, and the cost is so much cheaper than so many other options. This next thing on rate, this was a class project that we did in 3 weeks with no money. And I want to just show you, when you think about time and money to do an entire campaign, just think of what happened with World Pie Month. The social media marketing class at LDS Business College decided to change the world in 1 month by creating World Pie Month.
Pie, I love it. Pizza, it's basically a pie. Anyways, it's our time to give. It's our time to motivate people to give. It's our time to put forth our slice and do whatever we can to improve other people's lives with what we have.
It's the 3rd month of 2014, and it's the only time it's going to happen in our life, so we thought, why not get out there and give?
Teach, create a movement.
Work with great people.
Share your peace.
Improve ours and other people's lives.
It's World Pie Month. There are a lot of people out there that need a lot of love. So get your family together, get your friends together, and share your pie.
we decided to create World Pie Month. In 3 weeks, like that video reached over 500,000 people. This one over 700,000 people. Check out this video that we also did.
I love my soldier. I do not love their sleepless nights. I do love their dedication. I do not love their loneliness. I do love their perseverance. I do not love their pain and injury. I do love their true grit. Do not love their terrifying and impossible situations. I do love their control, their courage. I salute and reverence it. I love my soldiers' eyes. Firm, steadfast, constant. Ever watching over me while I live my day-to-day. My freedom. And just as they will never stop being a soldier in their heart, they will never stop being so in mine.
That one video reached 421,000 people. When we talk about Walmart, they have 34 million fans. World Pie Month only had 1,200 fans, but we had roughly the same amount of people talking about us on Facebook. In 3 weeks, we were competing with one of the biggest companies in the world. The rate of both time and money that you can do social media is incredible. These are just some of the videos that we did just last year on the social media page of the LDS Business College. When you think about the 5R's, there's one R that is the most important, and it's relevance. Because of understanding who you're serving, if you're not relevant, it doesn't matter how many people you reach. You won't grow any revenues, you won't retain any of your customers or get any referrals, and it doesn't matter how much money or time you spend. If you're not relevant, nobody cares. You have to think about that. So it's interesting, we were really lucky. This post changed everything that we did at LDS Business College. Before, we thought, oh, okay, return missionaries, college kids, let's do funny, crazy stuff. But one Saturday, I felt inspired to post this picture that a student of mine sent me. And all of a sudden, like 3 days later, it had reached 100,000 people. And I was like, what is going on here? But we learned something about relevance. We learned something about who we were serving and what they cared about. And from that post on, I would say about 80% of everything we post is now spiritual based. Before you decide what to post, you have to know, is it relevant? What am I saying? What is my story and what is my message and how is it relevant? And remember these 6 R's of social relationships so that you can serve people way more effectively. Thank you.